Again, for those of you who consistently say, I don't know where to start, here's a quick tour. You can build a website. You can build a blog. In that blog, you could have your content, your consistent content that you want to create. It could be written, it could be video, it could be podcasts. Just look on Facebook for the Kajabi Kickstart, or you could do facebook.com/Kajabi Kickstart. Again, when people say they don't know where to start, the first step truly, let me kind of back up, is what is called the site settings, because this is usually something that you just have to do once, and it's setting up your site to allow you to set a custom domain. So let's just say you do decide you want to use mydomain.com as your Kajabi domain. There's a way to set that up. There's your marketing settings. There are any integrations. Like I said, it does integrate. Let's pop over there real fast. I can show you. You can connect it to Aweber, MailChimp, Drip, ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign. Again, Google Analytics, your Facebook pixels, anything that you cannot directly integrate with, you can use Zapier. Zapier is a tool that allows you to connect two different programs that don't normally talk to each other. And I use Zapier a lot for a lot of different things, a lot of different external tools to Kajabi that I can connect. Your checkout settings, your standard email templates. These are all things. Oh, and important, your payment integrations. Because Kajabi allows you to use PayPal or Stripe to process your payments, because you always do need to have that third-party payment processor to process the credit cards and payments. And this is where you can integrate your PayPal business account and a Stripe account, because you can use both or one or the other. So you have the option of designing a website. I would not use this website section here to build my website. I would use pages. So pages typically are for your landing pages, for your funnels called pipelines. Everything from an opt-in page for a freebie to a webinar registration page to a full long-form sales page to sell your course or membership. You can also build your website using these pages. You do have analytics. Now, I always try and be completely transparent with you. Kajabi does some very, very good things in terms of analytics, particularly related to your revenue and the sales of your offers, etc. If it's talking about your sales that you run through Kajabi, the analytics here from Kajabi are excellent. If you're looking at conversions from landing pages, opt-in forms, etc., you might want to use Google Analytics. And then the second thing is your products. So of course, if you're using Kajabi and you are going to be focused on course creation and memberships, that's what Kajabi's bread and butter is. And that is where you focus on creating products. Now, again, the thing that I see most people get stuck on is the fact that they get confused on products and offers. So one of the easiest ways to describe that is the product is what you're selling, your course or your membership site. The offer is how you choose to price that. So the analogy I've heard is it's kind of whether or not it's like a price tag. You can have a different price. If, let's say, you're promoting your course and you want to offer a discount, or you're offering your membership and the next time you launch, you're actually going to charge more. The offer allows you to sell the same product for different prices, either well, primarily over time. Products are pretty straightforward. You just can create a new product here. And the beautiful thing is Kajabi gives you some templates to get you started, whether it's a mini course that just might be a set of 5 modules with a handful of lessons for each module, a more robust, longer term online course, an evergreen training that allows you to drip content over a period of weeks, a membership product, community, which is the community is their Facebook-like group product. Whether you choose to offer that for free or you offer that as a paid product, you can create that kind of forum style layout for your students or members. Now, then this is also where Kajabi certainly shines, is on the marketing side. And the marketing side, allowing you to create funnels with literally a click of a button. And those of you who are new, funnels are simply a series of marketing elements that you build out, everything from a sign up or opt-in page to an email sequence to a landing page to a sales page to all the way through to a checkout. And Kajabi allows you to build out something like that very easily with one click. So here, for example, is what would be a webinar funnel or pipeline, which with one click builds out a webinar registration page that you can edit. It builds out an email sequence for you with 3 reminder emails, 1 follow-up email that you can obviously edit to add more as you need. The confirmation page, which they go to after they register, to a webinar room, because while Kajabi doesn't specifically right now have a webinar platform, what a lot of people choose to do or could do is use something like YouTube Live and embed YouTube Live into this landing page and host your webinar that way. The other example then is after you make your offer on the webinar, you send them to a sales page and you can have all of your different, long form, short form, however you like to do it, have all of your items and to sell your content that you're focusing on to sell, and then send them to the checkout page for the particular offer that you're selling. So, like I said, the beauty of all of this is it builds out the framework for you with one click. And if you look at the different types of pipelines that are available for you, you have freebies, a sales page, a product launch, which I really like because that focuses on videos, a Zoom webinar, free book offer, coaching campaign, etc. Automations, which are ways that you can create automated actions to take place when somebody does a particular thing. So if somebody takes an action, like submitting a form, that might register them to an event, which is your webinar, etc. You can create these kinds of automations. Events, again, events are similar things where it's a webinar where there is specific dates or there's specific, like a virtual summit, where by creating an event, you can have a specific email sequence that goes out. And then there's forms, which obviously forms exist on your landing pages for opt-in for freebies, for the webinar registrations, for registrations for a virtual summit or a free 5-day challenge. So the other thing, just to cover really quickly, is people. And people are those who subscribe to your list through a freebie pipeline, for example. These are existing customers. whether they are students or members of a membership program. If you're doing coaching, it works, and it's a great complement to what you're already doing with a course and or a membership. But the people, and you can manage people, those of you that are using other email tools like Drip, ActiveCampaign, or ConvertKit, you may be familiar with the concept of lists, segments, and tags. I like how Kajabi does theirs, which is there is one master list. I can create a segment based on any type of action or purchase, or I'm drawing a blank, actions generally, or purchase or interest, for example. So I can create a smaller segment of my list tied to something that that collective group has done. And then there is tagging, and tagging can be anything from the interest. So you might offer somebody an option and say, let me know what you're most interested in. They click a link. It applies a tag automatically. And then therefore, now you've got a group of people tagged based on an interest that they have. And again, you can use that tag as a means of segmenting. So from managing people and the list and the tags and the segments, etc., I think Kajabi does an excellent job, equal to any of the other tools. And I look forward to seeing you again. It's every Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Simple steps to online success. Until next time, I'm Deanna Fenton. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.